boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What are we doing here? What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Come on in. Come on in. What we got going on here? Is my place on fire? Is there smoke in there? Is there smoke in there? Wait a minute. What's going on? Is there smoke? Oh my gosh. Got to put the smoke out. It's about to be a fire up in here. Oh my gosh. It's a little smoky up in here. It's a little smoky up in here. Come on in here, Pirates and Sea Bandits. Let's talk. Let's talk about this. Y'all know I wasn't going to let this slide. Y'all know I wasn't going to let this slide. Y'all already know. Come on in. Once again, this is BucosLocker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. If you want to donate, please feel free to donate. All donations are welcome, big or small. Let's get this ship anchored. And let's get to this locker room. Come on in to the locker room. We got some discussion to talk about. Let's get it. So, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before as a family. You know, when news about the Bucs come out, I don't really say too much because I already know where it's coming from. But certain things I just can't let slide. Now, before I go on with this little discussion here, I'm gonna need y'all to like the live stream. Like it, please. We got like almost 30 people coming in here already. I need y'all to like the live stream. Do me a favor. Y'all, give me some love now. Like the live stream. So, now I don't want to start yet because the likes ain't up. I need y'all to get my likes up because the algorithm goes by likes. So, let's try to match the likes with the people in the chat room. So, as I go on, I'm pretty sure y'all read the story, and I brought this up a couple weeks ago about, remember the Lavonte David comment about turmoil? And remember I brought that up and we was talking about it and I was like, what was going on? And then people say it was just the AD situation, Well, come to find out, more and more as time has passed, when there's smoke, there's usually fire when it comes to rumors. It might not all be true, but when there's smoke, there's fires. A little fire. Lavonte David made a comment about turmoil, but come to find out, when you read some of these people that connected in these circles, the Pewter Report, Bucs websites, former Patriot or Tom Brady's teammate, coming out saying that Bruce Arians was undermining Leftwich and Brady. I read the story. I read the reports. Leftwich and Brady was putting together the game plan. I'm giving y'all a synopsis. Putting together the game plan. Bruce Arians comes in and vetoes pretty much half of the game plan. Most of the, obviously, right? This is what happens when you get egos clashing. The Bucs were able to get by in 2020 because it was already speculation. It was already a little. Can Arians and Brady work out? Because Arians loosey-goosey, no risk it, no biscuit coaching style, and Brady's stern attention to detail, be focused, have a game plan ready. Can it mesh well with Arians' Kango hat, calling people out during the season, throwing people under the bus? I mean, he was already doing this before Brady got here. Don't y'all see what Arians is? What's starting to come out with Arians? Nobody should be surprised, even if it's not all true. Nobody should be surprised. This is Arians, folks. This is who he is. He's a throw you under the bus, lackadaisical, loosey-goosey uncle at the barbecue. His coaching style is a little outdated. Damn near 70 years old. You won't see Belichick acting like that. So now here's the new story about Arians and Brady. And one of the reasons why Brady left is because he got tired of Arians. Look, I don't believe the whole story, but I'm going to say this, though. If it's any of it is true, I don't blame him. I'm not surprised one bit. Not surprised one bit. Brady was like, you know what? I'm out of here. Not saying that Arians is the only reason why he left. All I'm saying is Arians is most likely part of the reason why Brady was like, you know what? I'm done. And the crazy thing about it is people are saying that he's not all the way done. Maybe he just wanted to get away from Arians and that Bucs culture. I remember one of the guys came on and he was talking about culture. Culture. People didn't really listen to that guy. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying the story is true, 100% true, because you can't believe everything on the internet. But when there's smoke, there is fire. There's got to be some truth to this. There is no way this is all a lie. It's ridiculous. I mean, even if it's 5% true, there's still some truth there. Now, whether you want to believe it or not, that's fine. Do I believe it? All I'm going to say is there's smoke. There's got to be some fire. Because we've seen these things pop up before Brady got here. Y'all don't remember Arians doing the same thing to Winston? Throwing him under the bus, loosey-goosey. Brady gets here. Brady experienced the exact same thing. Brady got thrown under the bus in 2020. Until Brady finally broke through and told Arians, what you're doing is not winning football. Y'all remember that? Week 12? 7-5? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Remember now, I'm not saying all of it's true, but when there's smoke, there's fire. Because there has been traces of smoke throughout this whole 2 years. Remember now, don't forget, 7-5. Lost to the Bears, lost to the Saints, Washington football team. Y'all remember that? Struggling, Brady throwing pick sixes, interceptions, career high. Week 13 had the bye week, and the Bucs came out different. And y'all know the story. Y'all know the rest of the story. The Bucs won the Super Bowl. But it wasn't because of no risky, no biscuit. It was a New England style Tom Brady run the ball. Go look at his playoff numbers. The Washington football team was his best game. He played the Saints, didn't play well. Played the Packers, didn't do so much. Even against the Chiefs, didn't do much. But the fact that we won, and this was, somebody said this, Brady, what he brought to the Bucs culture, which was very toxic and very bad for years, he brought some stability. You know how some teams got this stink on them, like the Browns, the Jets, the Raiders, the Jaguars. They got this stink on them that they can't wipe off. And the Bucs is right there prior to Brady getting here. The Bucs just had a stink on them. Brady brought him and his super friends to the Bucs, and we instantly won the Super Bowl. In spite of Bruce Arians. Does anybody really give Bruce Arians real credit for the Super Bowl? Let's just keep it 100, because remember, when there's smoke, there's fire. Do I need to call 911? Do I need to pull up the receipts? We've seen Arians is one player slap, one playing a player while injured incident away from being fired. I'm going to repeat that. Arians is one head slap away on a player and one player playing on injury away from being fired. Arians has displayed these things multiple occasions and it's been overlooked. But as this story goes forward, more and more evidence is coming out. Remember, I don't believe everything. But when there's smoke, there is some fire. And we've seen this ourselves as Bucs fans. We've seen Arians at press conferences throw people under the bus, slap people on the head. In the AB situation, like, we've seen these things. Out of control. I'm not saying the whole, I'm going to say this again. I am not saying the whole story is true. All I'm saying, when there's smoke, there's fire, and we've seen some traces of smoke in these last 2 years. Actually, last 3 years, if you want to go back to 2019. You ain't got to believe me, but just go back to Arians' press conferences all the way back to 2019. He been doing this. The only reason why it's being highlighted is because it's Tom Brady. The only reason why this is a storyline because of Tom Brady. Because it wasn't a storyline when Jameis Winston was here. Let's be 100. We didn't get this when Winston was here. We didn't hear all these extra stuff he was doing. We didn't hear all this. But when Tom Brady gets here, it's, well, can Arians and Brady mesh along? Can Arians' coaching style loosey goose? Like, why is all this stuff coming up now? If you're a real Bucs fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I told y'all, Brady coming to the Bucs wasn't about the Bucs. Brady coming to the Bucs was not about the Bucs. It was about Brady's legacy. And I told y'all this. The Bucs were second. Actually, the third, maybe fourth. Because look at the storylines. It was Brady, Gronkowski, AB, then the Bucs. This was never about the Bucs. Everything Brady did was highlighted and under a microscope with the Bucs. Good or bad. When Brady was throwing interceptions, it was highlighted. Arians' offense is not good for Brady. No motion, no play action. He's not helping Brady out. Y'all remember this? Not putting the right game plan together for Brady's style. Remember, these are things that we've seen on our own. We don't have to read a story from a former player or former teammate of Tom Brady's. We're talking about what we see on our own. Remember, the moral of this whole video is when there's smoke, there's fire. When Brady was throwing pick sixes and interceptions, what was the media doing? Arians. It was pointing the finger at Arians. They kept pointing the finger at Arians. And some of us Bucs fans ignored it. Oh, no. And then when they seen the offense change, it was, well, it's the same offense. They try to convince themselves it was the same offense. It wasn't. It never was. Y'all know. Remember, once again, when there's smoke, there's fire. And we've seen traces of smoke in these last 2 years with Arians and Brady. Y'all remember 2020? Throwing Brady under the bus left and right. Blaming Brady for interceptions when the receivers running the wrong route. Miscommunicating. Throwing Brady under the bus left and right. So there was already some turbulence between the two. Dating back to 2020. The Super Bowl covered it up. But 2021, we didn't win the Super Bowl. We got put out the playoffs. And now all of a sudden, you hear these little stories popping up left and right about Brady might come back. He don't want to play for the Bucs no more. The Bucs really want him to come back. And Brady's like, I'm chilling right now. He didn't mention the word retired. He's chilling. So now the speculation is Brady might want to come back and play football. Most likely might not be for the Bucs. Well, we really want him to come back, so we're going to keep a spot for him. Why? The man retired from the Bucs. And even if he comes back, does he come back to the Bucs? Remember, Brady's a very calculated man. He's very smart. He came from an organization of winning, culture, discipline, integrity. He came to an organization that lacked all those things. He came from a top-level organization of 19 years of excellence. He came to an organization that has a history of cluster Fs. I can't say the word, but y'all know what I'm saying. Cluster, F-U-C. Turmoil, bad culture, losing attitude, negativity, fan-based players. Like, he came into this. He spent 2 years in the Bucs culture. Remember, 5,000 yards plus, 5,300 yards, 40 plus touchdowns. You still playing at a MVP level. Why would you leave? Why would you leave? Because if that's the case, he should have left when he won the Super Bowl. Winning is addictive. Winning is addictive. But when you don't win, these are the type of things that come out. Negative reports, rumors, all kind of stuff. Y'all know how this works. But when there's smoke, there's fire. So, folks, y'all can read the story for yourself on Peter Report, and y'all can go on Twitter, and it's all over the place. But am I surprised? No. 2 egos. One person is very relaxed and very loosey-goosey and, no big deal. It's your fault. The other guy is integrity, ethics, hard work, attention to detail. And now y'all starting to see these stories leak out about those styles never clashed. They got by in 2020. But winning cures everything. Winning hides, because you might not like the person, but if you are successful and you're making money or you're winning games and championships, you can deal with that. But when you're not winning, these are the type of storylines that come up. Once again, folks, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to leave y'all with this. I don't believe the story is 100% true. But as the title of this video say, when there's smoke, there's fire. And we've seen this smoke since 2019. The only reason why I wasn't talked about, no big deal. Brady got here, it's a big deal. Go back, do your research. What does your eyes tell you? Go back to 2020. Compare 2020 and 2021 versus 2019. We already saw this in Bruce Arians. He couldn't get away with it. He couldn't get away with it when Tom Brady was here. This is why Bruce Arians is not a top level coach. He's not an elite coach. He's not up there. He's not level. He's not the tier one. Y'all know how I feel about Arians. He's not a bad coach, but he's not tier one. And when I factor in everything about a head coach, he's not tier one. Mid-tier 2. Brady covered up a lot of stuff. He did. But anyway, y'all take it for what y'all want to take it as. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Go on Peter Report. Go to the other Bucs websites. It's a topic. You can take the story for how you want to take it. All I'm saying is there were breadcrumbs in place before this story came up. Bruce Arians is one player slap away and one player playing injured away from being fired. That's all I'm going to leave y'all with. And truth be told, in my opinion, I think the Bucs would be better off with Leftwich or Bowles as head coach moving forward. That's just me. Because I've been thinking about this. But that's a whole other conversation. We'll talk about that next week. Anyway, with that being said, shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for coming in for a quick conversation with your boy, BucosLocker. Signing out. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and share the videos. Fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, hashtag no risky no biscuit, hashtag facts over feelings, hashtag bombs away, Hashtag, please stay humble. And hashtag, what does your eyes tell you? You see for yourself. Don't live in the multiverse. Live in reality. What does your eyes tell you? Buckles lock out. Deuces.